Hi, it's Jason here at the Centre for Computing History, and we have a display of MSX machines on display here just for this weekend at the museum, although you're now watching this on YouTube, so that's already happened. But anyway, here's a chance to see what we were doing. So I'm here with Tony.
Hi.
Hi, Tony. And he's just going to tell us a little bit about some of the machines we've got on display here.
Well, we try to keep a little collection of MSX models, trying to get different companies and also different generations. As you may know, maybe MSX had 4 generations of MSX: MSX1, MSX2, MSX2 Plus, and MSX Turbo-R. We start with an MSX1. This is made by Philips from Netherlands. Designed in Netherlands, but it was manufactured in Japan. It's an MSX1 with 64 kilobytes of RAM, 2 slots of cartridges. It is running, some software, some actual games made 6 or 7 years ago. I don't remember.
Okay.
Invasion of Zombie Monsters from John Cortázar.
So these games were later than the machine was itself.
Yeah.
So these have been done. Right.
Okay. Everything shown here is actual games, not classic ones.
Right. Okay. So,
current games.
Is there a lot of things going on like that at the moment? Are a lot of people developing still for the MSX?
Yeah. Yes. In fact, for the MSX computers, the releases never stop. Never stopped, because after the commercial death of the system. In Netherlands and in Japan, there were still people developing in their houses software and also hardware. In 1995, I think, for example, in Japan, there was released an Casio controller.
Right.
Casio controller for using hard disks, side EP drives, CD-ROMs, whatever. And software, they were released too, but only, for example, we've got also Moonsound.
Right.
It's a sound card.
Yeah.
Adding OPL4 chip from Yamaha.
Yamaha, yeah.
It's fantastic. 94, 95.
Right.
It's brutal. This is a graphic card released in 94, 95 too.
Right.
It adds a special video chip, more powerful than the one used on 2 Plus or Turbo-R computer.
Okay.
94, 95. And also, we've got software that never stopped to be released.
Fantastic. And I can see you've got a cartridge in there with the CF card, so it's really easy to...
This is brand new. It's from 2016.
Right, okay.
In 2015. It's a design made in Russia. It's a free design. Everybody just asking permission can make his own cards and selling them.
Right.
It's
fantastic.
It's a good option.
Yeah, absolutely.
And nowadays, you've got producers of software in Netherlands, in Spain, in Japan, in Italy, in France. Everybody has internet, everybody has access to the information, and the quality has improved because now everybody knows how to do things.
How to get the best
and the tools
out
have
of those
improved
chips.
a lot. A lot. So
you can see that in the graphics of these games.
Yeah.
Wow. So what else have we got? There's Sony here. So this is a Hitbit.
Yeah.
It's not the one that we've got. So we've got a Hitbit, but this is different. So tell me about this machine.
This is an MSX Choose. It's from second generation. And this also has a special feature. It has a modem, internal model.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Communication.
With this you could connect to BBS.
Right.
It has built-in software in ROM where you can load from BASIC and load BBSs.
Right.
Nowadays it's impossible to use because...
Yeah.
Well...
But that's interesting. So there's been a number of machines in the UK that have tried to be these communication systems, so built-in modem and the ability to connect to BBCSs and stuff, or BBSs I should say.
It was normal in MSX because MSX wasn't a standard, but any company making his computers can add any features they want. They only had to have some specifications that were mandatory, but then you can add more memory, you can add more slot cartridges, you can add a modem, you can add a video mixer for subtitles, for example. A lot of MSX were used on television to add subtitles.
Right.
They mixed the image from a camera with the image generated by the MSX.
Yeah.
They put
with a gen lock in between that syncs the two signals together. I think we've got one. We'll have to go and have a look in the archive.
We have they were used one from Pioneer, I think.
Yes, we've got a Pioneer system. Yeah. We'll go and get that out for tomorrow. Actually, we should be grabbing some of our machines out to add to this. But anyway, that's fantastic. So we've got Bomb Jack there running as well.
Yeah, this game was released in 2004 by Kralisek, Armando Perez. Armando Perez should choose this team. It's a fantastic part of the arcade. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
This game was originally released in disc
right.
on 3.5 inches discs from Sony. Back then, until 2006, there wasn't cartridges producers. So people, when released a game, used diskettes. It was common. It was common to release the games on disc. Until 2006,
right.
when the first cartridge was released after the death of the commercial era on the MSX.
Right. And then talking of the discs, that's a 3.5-inch drive on the end of this machine here.
I'm going. Yes, here, in fact, there is a disc.
Ah, right, okay. So look at that.
This is a music disc we released on the users meeting.
The ubiquitous floppy disk.
Yeah.
So many people won't recognise that anymore. So this is actually, I don't think we have an MSX in the collection with a floppy drive built in. So this is new to me. And the graphics on here are excellent.
This is a third generation MSX.
Right.
It's 2 Plus. It was only sold in Japan. There were only 3 companies that manufactured this kind of machines: Panasonic, Sony, and Sanyo. It's the same computer as this one, but it has a more powerful video chip.
Right. Okay.
And some of them added an FM chip for better music.
Right. Yeah. It looks fantastic. I love it. It's I like that red stripe along the top there. And is that game Goonies?
Yes.
So we've got the
it's a new version of the. It's a new
Brilliant.
version.
I don't know how well the graphics come out on the camera because it's probably beaten with the screen a bit. But really nice graphics, good, lovely sort of anti-aliasing around the characters and things. Beautiful. So cool. So that's the MSX 2 Plus.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So
here we have the last generation of MSX. It's Turbo R. Only 2 models were released.
right.
The ST and the GT, both of them made by Panasonic.
Okay, so this is another Panasonic machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sold in
Couldn't see the
Japan
logo.
also.
Right.
And the game is running is the classic Hooder Wings redone for MSX.
Right.
For MSX 2 computers, or even better, taking profit of all the features that an MSX can offer.
All right. Excellent. So again, looking at the graphics here, to be honest, it's not something I associate with the MSX. The graphics just look fantastic. The CRT as well is doing it a lot of favours. But yeah, that's cool. What's the gameplay like?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish at it, but
This level, it's one of the most difficult of the entire game.
oh well.
I was better testing this game, and I remember that it was a mess. I always lost a life on that screen. But well, the original game, the 4 first screens were like that. Had the same design.
Right.
So.
And we've got Adrian playing the game there, which is why he's playing rubbish, because he's rubbish at all games. Right, so there you go. Who Des wins on the Panasonic MSX MST. So yeah, get another machine. So it's brilliant when we get to see machines that I personally didn't even know that existed. So fantastic.
Here we
this looks a bit more retro.
An MSX one. This one is from Mitsubishi.
Right.
It was one of the companies that was inside the standard on the first 2 generations. It's a standard machine. It has nothing special. A good keyboard, mechanical keyboard.
Right.
This game it's a special version of Pong.
Right.
but it's a perfect game for starters, for people that hasn't played a lot of video games.
Right.
When you push buttons randomly,
The layout of the screen.
the layout of the screen appears or disappears. So when the ball, let's see if I can show you this feature. Now will it happen? Maybe, who knows? Here.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It goes through. Oh, nice.
When the ball becomes faster, the game gets crazy, but it's very, very, very funny. It's a perfect game for people that are not used to video games.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's another generation that's not used to using those kind of controllers, especially though. Well, actually, I mean, we've got NES controllers on these, so they're going to be a bit more used to those. But the old joysticks and things, kids come along and pick them up, and they don't know which way up to hold them, and they wonder why all the directions are back to front.
Yeah, or take the
yeah, exactly.
Like that, yeah.
So that's really cool. So another Mega Flash ROM. We need to get a Mega Flash ROM or something like that for our
This is a cartridge mainly for loading ROM images.
Right. Okay. So
Those cartridges from the other computers allow to load ROM images and also load games from disk.
Right. Yeah. It's great that we've got that kind of way of doing these things because it makes everything so much easier now.
Yes.
Especially
This makes your life.
Yeah, and for us demonstrating machines at the museum.
And this is
they're
the last
vital.
machine. This is a very important machine. Maybe that's the last MSX official MSX released by ASCII Corporation. It was released in 2005.
Right.
It's an MSX implemented on an FPGA architecture.
Ah, okay.
But it has all the official ports of the MSX. It has 2 slot cartridges, 2 joystick ports.
Yeah.
Also, it has an SD card.
Oh, nice.
slot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. USB on the front as well.
Well, the only thing that it doesn't have is the port for loading games from cassette.
Right. Okay.
But what it was, ASCII with that wanted to reborn the MSX system.
Right.
But only 5,000 units were manufactured.
Right.
One company was created in Netherlands, trying to import or make more units of this for the European Union, but it wasn't possible because Japan was happy just selling those 5,000 units, and but this code we've got implemented on this FPGA is now used on a lot of computers.
Right.
That makes the same thing like that. Sorry for my low English level.
No, it's good. You do.
I mean, now they have been released several computers with FPGA technology.
Yep.
So
Okay. That's interesting. I mean,
maybe you
it's
won't
kind of
find this one, but you can find another ones and maybe they're better like this. But this is the original.
But that's official.
Yes,
that's official.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And it's kind of a consoleized MSX, isn't it? You know, you can imagine that just being a console on the shelf.
It has his own keyboard, so you'll use one of PC.
So standard PS2.
Yeah, exactly.
VGA output. So we've just got a standard old school VGA monitor there on it.
And this is game released 2 years ago.
Right.
It's a very nice game.
Yeah.
This game was programmed in assembler. It was made in C.
Brilliant.
Brand new games.
Right. It's fantastic that everything is still ticking over and
This
there's
game
a
is
lot of
for,
development still going on.
This game is for MSX One computers.
Right.
But can be loaded in a Turbo R or in a 2 Plus or an MSX 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the MSX never sold as well in the UK as it did sort of in other parts of Europe.
Yeah.
And we don't really get to see a lot of these developments that have been going on. And actually, you know, it's a really capable machine. The graphics that you get out of these things is better than quite a lot of the machines that we had at that time. So it's impressive stuff. And great to see that it has sort of continued effectively in its original form for so long. So I think what we're going to do, so this is the evening before the day. So we've been here and Tony and the guys here have been setting up, getting everything ready to display. But we'll see if we can't dig out a couple of our machines as well, and then show everybody that comes along tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a busy day. Okay, so part 2 of the video, we have some of the machines that we have here at the museum, and Tony is going to tell us a little bit about our machines. So, Tony, we have here another strange Sony.
Yeah, this is an MSX Choose, the G900P. It's a special computer. It was used on televisions because it has a channel lock. So they can mix a real video image from a camcorder, and the MSX can add graphics or letters or letters, like for example for subtitles.
Right.
It was used a lot on televisions for that purpose. Mm-hmm. And also on the space station Mir, the Soviet station had a computer like that.
Did it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They had one. I don't know why they used it or how they used it, but they had one.
All right, fantastic. So this one at some point has been donated by General Accident, and as far as we know, it was used for training purposes. So video would be stored on the Laserdisc, and the MSX would just control with a bunch of questions. You would answer the question, then it would play you the specific bit of video. So, but I believe that you were saying earlier that actually there were games released
they were
for this system.
Yeah, there were several games released, I think 15 or 16, and some of them for Konami, by Konami.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But
So they had kind of real TV style graphics, proper film, and then you control something over the top.
There was a video background, and the game put the sprites or some kind of graphics on the top.
Right. Yeah. Cool stuff. Okay, so what's the next one we have here?
We've got a classic MSX1, the Canon V20. It was very common in Europe. And in Spain, there are a lot of them. Those machines, it's 64 kilobytes of memory, 2 slot cartridges, a weird keyboard, arrows, but it's
the buttons are quite. Yeah, actually, I've never really noticed, but they're huge. So the up, down, left, and right buttons we've got there.
Yeah.
So they're all the same length. But obviously, there's just one action between them. Normally, you'd sort of find that kind of thing for the direction key. So that's quite different. And we've got Iridium in there as well. So is this a new game or?
Yeah, this is Iridium. It's a remake, the original game for MSX Computers with a pixel scroll.
Yeah.
So scroll, and it's very, 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 very good.
Fantastic.
Technically, it's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a very, very smooth scroll. Fantastic.
Yeah, very fast. Okay. Here we've got another weird computer and very beautiful. It's a Pioneer.
Yep.
PX7. It also has a channel lock too.
Right. Okay.
And it was also used like this one on televisions for subtitles and all kind of stuff. It's very.
It looks like a piece of hi-fi, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so, you would mind that being in your rack with your Technics and everything else.
Yeah, and it also has an internal microphone. No.
So is it an audio input at the back?
It has inside. Don't know how to say it in English. The music sound from inside the computer.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
So you have another surface sound.
Right.
Sound. Well, people's.
Okay.
I love it, but we should stop the music because
let's
we have
do
something more to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a machine that we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
But this time
we've got the Mount Sound. It's a sound car released by Sunrays in Netherlands in 1995, 1996, I think. And it's an OPL4 chip inside this little cartridge. It's impressive sound. How can we get a sound?
So it is playing now. We only have to increase the volume.
Okay. Volume here.
That's it. So this is a little bit of example of the kind of sound you're getting out of this, which is really quite impressive.
Yeah.
So this is the sort of thing you expect to hear from, an Amiga, that kind of level machine.
Or even better than this sound. This car is better than the Paula from Amiga.
All right.
Yeah. It's Much better, much better, much better, of course.
Sorry, I sense I offended you then.
That's no, it's not true. I mean, the 12 channels, more memory, it's more flexible.
Right.
The PL4 is much better than power inside the Amiga.
Right.
Sure.
Okay. Well, you heard
Everybody
it
knows
here.
that.
MSX sound, Moon sound, better than Amiga.
Yeah. And here we've
And-
got another hero, another key computer. It was an MSX1 from Yamaha that decided to add a synthesizer inside. You can use it as a synthesizer. It has a built-in ROM with a software to configure the instruments.
Right. So this sounds a little bit like a Yamaha DX7.
Yeah, but it's not. It's similar, but it's not comparable.
Right.
But it's a good
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah.
For example, Amiga is better than this. The Paula from Amiga is better than this.
Right.
But it's a good machine.
It's interesting that so we haven't got a cartridge. You can see there's no cartridge plugged into this, but the machine itself has that software built in.
Yeah. It's a software you can call from the basic. If you turn off the computer from the basic, you just call from. You say call music, and the software starts.
Right. So is it just a synthesizer, or has it got a sequencer in there? And
No sequencer.
No, so
I
it's
think other sequencers were released, but on cartridge.
Right.
You had to purchase.
Okay, I'm with you. Right.
Also, the computer has MIDI in, MIDI out here,
Okay. Yep.
and a specific keyboard for the keyboard. They sold separately.
Yeah. Lovely stuff.
Back then, in the 80s, when it was released, it was a cheaper way to get a good synthesizer.
Right. Okay. Good. Right. And then I think just one last machine display. I love this.
A Japanese Casio, the EMX10, is an MSX1. Maybe it's one of the smallest MSX machines ever released. It has a rubber case.
Yep.
I mean, kind of comfortable to use, but it's beautiful. Recently, right now, it's running a homebrew game released in 2015. It's Big Logic. It has the cartridge has some LEDs inside the board that reacted to the game events. For example, if I got hit by an enemy, this happens.
Oh, so the LED flashes, nice. Oh, look at
And
that, and the
when
LEDs are going green. Matching the screen as well. Beautiful.
Depending on what happens on the screen, the LEDs are changing the colors.
That is very, very cool. I've never seen a cartridge do that before, ever.
Recently, this game has been published now on Steam. On the 1st of May, the company that made this game has released it on Steam. The same version for MSX and a better version for other computers.
But I take it on Steam, you don't get flashing LEDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't want it then. Brilliant. And that's great graphics again as well. So you can see people really getting the power and programming the chipset to the absolute max.
Yeah, because this is this is a hardware designed, a new hardware designed that ever has been implemented before.
Fantastic. Right. Well, thank you very much indeed. So we'll leave you with the MX10, lovely little machine there, and an amazing cartridge. I definitely want one of them. So thank you very much, Tony. Thanks for your time, and thanks for bringing these machines along and telling us all about them.
Thank you very much to you.
Cheers.
Museum for this opportunity.
Absolutely our pleasure.